On this edition of Emeril's Florida, we highlight Viva Florida 500, the 500th anniversary of Ponce de Leon's arrival in the Sunshine State. And we're going to mix some history with some great food. We'll visit the oldest restaurant in Florida, the Columbia. Paella is on the menu. We have now moved to Tampa, West Coast, Florida. In fact, Ybor City. Ybor City is known for its production of cigars. In fact, at one time, it was known as the cigar capital of the world. Ybor City is located on Florida's central Gulf Coast, within the city of Tampa. Like our other stops in this Viva Florida 500 episode, Ybor City has a rich and interesting history. Ybor City was unique in the 1800s because of its multi-ethnic and multi-racial communities. The immigrants who form the backbone of Ybor City's workforce still maintain a presence today. The art of hand-rolling cigars can still be seen along Ybor's Main Street, 7th Avenue. But times have changed, and today, Ybor City is more of a dining and entertainment district. Ybor City is home to one of the most iconic restaurants in the country. It's been open since 1905. You know what? I am ready for some delicious Spanish food. The Columbia is the oldest restaurant in Florida, and it's one of the most beautifully designed restaurants you'll find anywhere. And it's a big place. There are 15 dining rooms that can seat up to 1,700 people. The Gonzmart family has owned the restaurant since it opened. Andrea Gonzmart has worked at the Columbia since she was 10 and is now a fifth-generation owner-operator. The restaurant is absolutely beautiful. She took me on a tour and pointed out some of the important family moments that have happened here. For example, this is the table where her dad proposed to her mom. There's a lot of family history here, and the Columbia has come a long way since it opened in 1905.
It originally started as a very small corner cafe, serving Cuban sandwiches, café con leche, the most simple things you could imagine. And then literally we grew room by room, and this is the second room that was added. It was the first air-conditioned dining room in Florida.
Wow. Then we headed to the kitchen, where Andrea prepared one of Columbia's signature dishes, paella a la Valenciana.
We start with our Spanish onions and our green peppers, of course.
All right.
And you just want to saute your onions and your green peppers until they get soft. And of course, garlic. No Spanish dish is any good without garlic. Next thing you want to add, which is going to really create your sofrito, is doing your tomato.
So now the sofrito is complete with bell pepper, onion, tomato, and garlic. And in some instances, maybe sometimes there is pork or bacon.
Whatever you'd like.
That's right.
Because no one paella is the same. We're doing a classic Columbia paella Valenciana. So we're doing the pork and the chicken. And we personally use the little Columbia seasoning.
That's the secret, Columbia seasoning.
It's like your secret
It's
seasoning.
like the BAM.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like I like it. What's your feeling about saffron?
You have to have saffron. That's what makes your rice yellow. But my secret is I like to do my my chicken broth, which is in that little pot. I put it in my mortar pestle, and then I put it in my chicken broth.
Now you're going with shrimps,
calamari.
Right.
Mix it in. I just added my shellfish.
Clams and mussels.
Exactly.
All right, so now we're putting the stock that's been infused with saffron. And then you have a bay leaf.
Added my bay leaf.
And next is going to be
our rice.
The rice. And this is a true paella rice, not anything like risotto rice.
No, not at all.
This comes up to a simmer, and now we cover it.
Most important part, so that way you get the steam with your rice.
And then it goes in the oven.
And then you want to cook it for 20 to 30 minutes, once again, based upon your oven.
So, sangria and paella?
It is definitely a perfect match.
All right, let's try some. So I see we got a little garnish of roasted red pepper.
Red peppers,
or
peas,
or
white
pimento.
asparagus, very, very traditional Spanish.
Yeah. Wow.
And surprisingly enough, this is paella for one.
This is paella for one.
So bring your appetite if you're coming to the Columbia restaurant.
That is awesome.
Good, I'm glad you like it.
That is a real, true Spanish paella.
Gotta have sangria to wash it down with.
I will. Cheers.
Cheers. Salud.
Salud. If you want the recipes for the paella or any of the dishes you see on Emeril's Florida, just go to cookingchanneltv.com, or you can also get them at emerils.com.